Things in Mangrol and dispensary is the same as it has been now for nearly 21 months. Lots of COVID deaths in second wave with deadly mutants, but we are hardly touched. Other areas of tribal belt where there were many tribal migrants laborers fleeing from the near Gujarat city and major Gujarat cities saw many deaths, many not reported, dead bodies secretly disposed of, at least in Vadodara tribals and perhaps in adjoining MP districts, now awaiting third wave. I am sure COVID cases did come to Mangrol dispensary, but since we have no PCR facility, I don't have clear picture. Besides, during last 6 to 9 months, there were lots of resurgence of malaria cases documented in the dispensary. After first heavy showers and also I suspect seasonal flu, dengue cases and pneumonia cases. All these except COVID we could partly document. Plus, our usual cases of TB, asthma, COPD made their forceful appearance. So, very complicated and even confusing picture in Mangrove. But it adds colors in the monochromatic picture of COVID pandemic. COVID presence in the dispensary in Mangrove and surrounding districts was not only not overwhelming but marginal, I would say. A new version. I will continue to and concentrate on major problems that we confront in Mangrove, and among these many problems that we face in Mangrove, I am going to again concentrate on tuberculosis. Tuberculosis remains a major killer for India. China has virtually eradicated tuberculosis from China, but India still is plagued by a major problem. Every year Gujarat has about 60,000 new cases of tuberculosis. So it's a very big load of burden on the community. Government has, in last 2 or 3 years, government has invested very huge amount of money in tuberculosis and invested major resources. But the outcome is still in doubt because the staff of the government is not motivated. People still do not trust government services, and government strategy, in my opinion, government strategy is still too rigid. It has to be because it deals with the whole of India. So it has to be very rigid, but the rigidity in tuberculosis is the last thing patients want. Coming back to Mangrol, we get about 600 to 700 new cases of tuberculosis every year in Mangrol, and we continue to get those type of cases even now. In tuberculosis, our major problem remains, and it has plagued us from the very beginning, is default rate. About 30 to 40% of the patients continue to default. No matter what you do, they just don't complete the treatment. So, but the remaining 70% or 80%, 70% patients who complete the treatment, they are almost 100% cured. That's also something that I want to claim. Tuberculosis, another problem that is emerging in tuberculosis is tuberculosis resistance. Fortunately for us in Mangrol, resistance to rifampicin and Isoniazid is still of a very, very low order, but it is definitely growing up, and we want to make sure that if the resistance problem becomes very big and the new antibiotics are not available, we would be in trouble. But the country is also going to be in trouble. We also now slowly finding out. I'm sure it was there before also, but another major problem coming up with tuberculosis is not only we are now diagnosing and treating tuberculosis of lung, but we are now also faced with the tuberculosis of abdomen. I'm sure in this case this entity was there before also, but we are not able to suspect and diagnose them. Now we are now developing method and technique to diagnose tuberculosis of abdomen, and a lot of cases of tuberculosis of abdomen now are turning up. So that is another major development with regard to tuberculosis. We are still not running out of the resources, but that could become a problem in future, but not now.
There are other problems apart from tuberculosis, connected to tuberculosis, but there is no time for me to give you any further details on that. So I will rest my case here with tuberculosis. Thank you.